Testing, testing. I hope this is coming through. All right, it's been too long since I've done one of these. Let's try something quick and easy. Here are the top 5 movie-related things I enjoyed this week. A wide variety of meats in my cultural stew. Number 5 is a podcast. 99% Invisible's episode 164, the billiards episode. The post-billiards age. How is it movie-related, you might ask? Well, very early on, the hunt for replacement material for ivory billiard balls led to the development of a brand new plastic called celluloid, which caught on for film stock like wildfire. Ugh. Number 4, finished season 3 of Veep, foul-mouthed hilarity. The best scenes in that show are the ones where they let Julie Louis-Dreyfus mug and be uncomfortable for the camera. The highlight of the last little bit of binging I did was this moment right here. Number 3 is this week's episode of Game of Thrones. With all the controversy last week about the wedding night rape with Sansa, I'm surprised there wasn't more controversy this week, which picks up the story of her essentially continuing that moment, being a sexual slave, being physically and sexually abused every night. Although, I guess everyone who would have been offended by that already stopped watching last week, so all that's left are the people who are okay with that kind of stuff. Number 2, Patton. I made myself a sandwich last week and sat down with the intent of just watching the opening monologue, the stick your hand into a pile of goo, the making the other bastard die for his country speech, but I got hooked. There's so much good to ramble on about in this movie, but I'm just going to focus on one thing, and that is I think this movie makes the best case for war and warfare as the greatest achievement for mankind since the Sith Training Academy in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. The case for war, conflict, not as a specific war, but just as an abstract, is something that both Patton and the Sith really believe in. And of course, the number 1 movie-related thing I was doing this week was just sitting back and thinking about how awesome Mad Max Fury Road is. I don't know when I'm going to get to see it again in the theaters, but just thinking and reading about this film has been such a joy. The highlight of all this sitting and thinking was probably the Q&A with George Miller that I listened to. Can I annotate to that here somewhere? If not, I'll put it in the links below. Other great reads are in the links below as well. So that's it for this week. Notably absent this week was Age of Ultron, which just slipped right out of my brain. I'm starting True Detective, finally, so hopefully I'll have something to say on that. See you all next week.